Watercolors, we don't do the enhancement on them because it's a watercolor, so that's why we do the drawing on the back of them. But where I've done two oils, we thought it'd be a fun thing to be able to go back in because oils have a texture to them so that you cannot get the printing process. So I can go in and get the thick paint on there just like it would be on an oil painting. So yesterday, a big portion of the canvas is already done just because it takes so long for it to dry. So like the whites, even though it's acrylic, which typically dries fairly quickly, I put it on so thickly that it still takes a couple hours. So what I thought I would do is just kind of go with a little bit of the process. So in watercolor, it's very different how you paint. In watercolor, the first thing you do is you go in and you find a little white dot and you paint around it and you don't touch it afterwards. So what's white is exactly what's left over. In oil, it's the exact opposite. So the white spots or the highlights are what you do to finish a painting. So it's the exact opposite thinking. So everything you do is exact opposite. So like for example, I thought one of the things that would be fun to do is like to get a little extra shine. See, in watercolor, to get a little extra light on there to bump up those highlights as the light would shine out. You could no more do that than fly to the moon in an oil painting. And I've already got it there in the oil, but it's kind of fun when you can go through and just add that extra little shimmer to what you're working on. Just to give it a little softness where that light is flowing across. So same kind of a concept here. So like when I do the enhancements, you kind of like you're trying to take and make it that much more. So this is how the photograph exactly looked on the bottle like this. So when I go to paint something like this, when I'm doing a little bit of an enhancement, and you have this option in oil, and with the difference between an oil and a watercolor is you're always getting a chance to push and pull back and forth. And you're never really sure exactly how far to go. So like let's say I want to make this a little more three-dimensional. Then I can go back in, put a little bit of that in, blend it out, and it just gives you a little bit more roundness, and a little more light in the center of it, and you have a little bit more of a highlight reflection.